No. Lady Amanda hadn't expected the girl's gift would turn out to be divine good fortune. But neither had she expected to find a ragged little waif spinning survival into an art with every twitch of her agile fingers. An artist in Covent Garden, crouched on the filthy street outside a gaming hell. Then again, there was nothing remarkable in finding art at a museum, was there? The real genius was in recognizing brilliance, even if one stumbled across it in the last place on earth they'd ever think to look for it. Chapter 1. Covent Garden, London. January 1795.
5 guineas, Haslemere. Put 'em into Perry's hat, and he'll see your rider mounted.
Benedict Harcourt, Lord Haslemere, tossed the handful of gold coins in his fist into Lord Peregrine's hat, then fell to one knee in the street and peered over his shoulder.
Right then, Perry, I'm ready. Get her up, there's a good fellow. Ready, love.
Perry plucked up the girl waiting on the pavement and settled her on Benedict's back.
Hold on tight now, don't want a cracked skull, eh?
The girl took hold of Benedict's hair with a grip that made his eyes water and kicked her heels into his flanks, squealing with delight when he pawed at the ground and snorted.
Look at mine, Susanna. He's like a real horse.
More like an ass.
Lord Harrington steadied his own rider and smirked at Benedict.
He's got the face of one, if you ask me. No one did ask you, Harrington. Now be quiet, if you please, while I confer with my jockey regarding our strategy.
Benedict craned his neck to wink at the little red-headed chit on his back, then caught her legs to still her before she could unman him with her frenzied kicking. Harrington snorted.
What bloody strategy! Run down to the bottom of the lane and back, and don't lose your rider. Whoever makes it back first wins the lot. Only the worst sort of blackguard curses in front of a young lady, Harrington.
Benedict shot his friend a disgusted look.
Mind your manners.
Harrington rolled his eyes at Benedict, but he tipped his hat to the girls with a charming smile.
Beg pardon, ladies. I forgot myself.
Both girls giggled madly at this, and Benedict's rider, still overcome with excitement, gave his hair another vicious tug. He winced and reached up to disentangle her fingers.
Hands on my head, Sarah, but not in my hair, or you'll snatch me bald. Lock your legs around my waist so you don't take a tumble. Yes, there we are. That's how a proper jockey does it.
The coins clinked together as Perry took up the hat for safekeeping.
Right then. On your marks, gentlemen. Damn,
Harrington said, already forgetting his pledge not to curse.
If only we had a pistol to set the thing off properly. Clever idea, Harrington, shooting a pistol into the air at midnight in the middle of Covent Garden. What could go wrong?
Harrington frowned.
I hadn't thought of that.
No, he wouldn't have. But Benedict hadn't invited Harrington along because he was a deep thinker. He was amusing enough as far as London rogues went, but he had one of the thickest heads in England. Perry waved Benedict over to the right side of the street, and Harrington to the left, then took his place between them.
On my count, then, gentlemen, and, young ladies. On your marks, get set. Go!
A foot race had seemed like a harmless enough diversion at first, but like many of Benedict's antics, it proved to be trickier than he'd anticipated. The lane was narrow, the cobbles slick and uneven, and both he and Harrington were a trifle sotted. They careened forward, their boots slipping from underneath them, and just missed slamming into each other and toppling their jockeys to the ground.
Go on, faster!
Sarah jabbed her heels into Benedict's stomach, squealing with glee as he raced down the lane. His heart shot into his throat when Harrington stumbled against him at the turn, visions of blood and twisted, childish limbs racing through his head. But they'd come too far to put a stop to it now. So he dug in and shot past Harrington to clear a safe pathway for himself.